I read one article this Christmas time about Handel, who, the great composer whose Messiah is one of the true masterpieces of Christ-inspired music. And you may not know, but shortly before he composed Messiah, he had a severe stroke and might have died. And at that time, he was virtually helpless after the stroke. And Handel was not what you'd call a religious man, but he was very spiritual. And at that point, he realized that the gift of life came from God. It was a gift to him, and he prayed that he might have another chance after the stroke to do something beautiful for God. And that is when an orphanage approached him and said, "We need a piece of music for the children here." And the Messiah came forth from him. You may not know it, but the whole Messiah, which is 50-some parts, 50-some pieces of music and instrumental, orchestral backup, he composed that in a rush of 2 weeks, 24 days, and 2 weeks only. And one person remembers that the servant would come by with meals, and he was so in tune with receiving the gift of God, the gift of Christ coming through him, that he didn't eat for much of the time. And it is said when finally he finished Messiah, exhausted and exhilarated, he ate something like 2 or 3 chickens at one sitting. Handel was a big man. He was about 360 pounds. But what a gift to humanity he was able to give at a time when his life could have been over. But God had a use for him. And this is the thing that Christ teaches also, that God has a use for every life that God has created. Nothing is superfluous. Everything has value that God has created. So that's another part of the Christmas message.